Hey, good afternoon. This is Adam Botana from the Baywater Boat Club Hour. Now, Carny to Congress.
Carny to Congress.
Times two. This is the second go around. First time working on our wiring and cameras. Our IT guy here, backstage,
Jake.
everything. See if we can get it going. Oh, there you go. We have another camera. We got cameras everywhere. So
I need me some of those,
yeah,
man.
I know, guys. So we're here. We'll put a little thing together as we go through that. But thanks for tuning in, and welcome to the first Carny to Congress podcast.
Carny to Congress.
What's up, Jake? How we doing, buddy?
Oh, good. Just been busy. I think everybody's been pretty busy.
Yeah,
So-
it's good. It's good. Congrats on the new station, the new job,
Thank
and
you.
everything you're doing. Folks, he's dressed much better now. You can actually see him than he used to. He used to be in a hoodie all the time, and now he's got like new fresh stepping shoes, clean
Yeah.
jeans, a car that runs. He's been down here twice.
Two times now.
That's kind of crazy.
Didn't
So
break down on the way.
He's gonna definitely kick that wire before everything is said and done. The camera's gonna go
won't.
flying. So.
I won't.
But thanks for tuning in. We're gonna do these. We're gonna try every week and kind of keep it rolling. And we got a website up. It's carnytocongress.com, and that's Carny with a Y, tocongress.com. Jake will be the admin on that one too, so he's got his hands full besides everything else going on, buddy.
Hey, man, I've been doing this. I've been doing some very interesting websites. I did one the other day. I have to show it to you before I left for a barber friend of mine. It's a buddy who was cutting my hair for quite some time, and I hadn't seen him in a while. And he opened up his own little small one-chair barber shop.
Okay.
And I kind of love the idea of it. I mean, he doesn't take walk-ins or anything like that, so 100% appointment only.
Yeah, well, I used to. I remember when I was a kid. I was watching Entourage was a show, and they were on there, and the guy who can get like a shave, and obviously I need it right now. It's a little long, but they put the straight razor and put the hot towel, and you couldn't find that for a while. Now everybody does it. I go to a little place over here in Bonita, Louis. They do a great job. I use Maze, and I use I can't even think of his name right now. They're both great guys. I'll think about it here in a second. But they're both good dudes and give you good haircuts. And one guy's like, "Yeah, your hair's too long, man." He's bald. He's like, "I don't do long hair. You got to go over to Maze and do the short hair." But he does really much better on the beard. So hey, it's good times though. So it keeps it nice. Yours is growing in a little bit more.
It's better.
You're still looking a little bit of an Amish
Yeah,
dude, a little bit.
that was one of the things Paul asked me. It's my buddy who cut my hair. He's the one who put me onto the derma roller.
I remember you talking about that. It pokes holes in your face.
Yeah, it hurts, it's painful. And he was like, "Have you been using it?" And I said, "It doesn't work." And he was like, "Yeah, it's because you use it once a month and expect it to, have results." Which, I mean, it is coming in much better than it was, but I'll take what I can get. It's better than looking 12, man.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there.
Better than looking 12.
It's not a terrace beard. It's kind
I'll take Amish over terrorism every day.
You've gone from the terrace more into Amish now. So, but you get there, man. Looking dapper. So,
I got about 2 pounds of Amish butter at the house. I mean,
Nice.
Publix has been selling it forever, but
nice. You watch all these little shows. You can make your own butter now. Just take some heavy cream, beat the crap out of it. And it's just like
the life hack TikTok videos. That's what those are.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, look at this life hack. Like, no, that's how we've been churning butter for about 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 years. However long we've had butter, I don't know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Probably 1,000 or more.
So, but so we're going to talk about politics. Going to talk about boats. We got the great view here. You can see the boats out
Yeah.
there. You see stuff moving. It's
A lot of them are out right now.
yeah.
So.
So it's noon, almost 1 o'clock on a Saturday. So we're doing this here. So Jake was nice to come down. So we're gonna pop these out and get you to come out there and listen. Maybe we'll put it on Fox News. I don't know if they throw me a good deal. Maybe I'll do it. We'll see what happens. Talk with.
I mean, we could work with something.
Put it on there. So we'll see what happens. But it's barber's name was Lenny. That's what it was. It was
Lenny the barber.
Lenny
Is
the
mine
barber.
lit green?
Yours green? I don't think so. Mine green?
Oh, that ain't good.
Is it recording? Are we tapping? Yeah, yours is green now.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it's green. I'm sorry. I freaked out for a second.
Yeah, I can see green. Yeah, we can see.
Scared me.
Folks, it's the first episode. Well, second first episode. It's a real one.
It's not the first time that's happened.
So it's going there. Over some sinuses there, so the voice is a little scratchy. But
Yeah, the voice is a little scratchy.
Yeah, man, you know, season's coming to an end here at the boats. We got a lot of members leaving, heading home. They're all saying, hey, sorry, you know, this is the last time I'm going to see you. You're like, shucks. You know, keep sending those checks. Appreciate it. You know, keep the club rolling there. Members head back up north. So with our club at Baywater, you know, it's a family-owned and operated business. Took over the business about 2 years ago now at Baywater. So a lot of good stuff going on. We got a lot of boats. About 70% of our membership is here. You know, 6 months out of the year, they use boats up north. They don't want to deal with the hassle of owning a boat down here when they come down. So they join our club. You pay a membership to get in. Membership anytime now is anywhere from $7,500 to $10,000, depends. So we have a special. Now, if you walk in and just give me a check, I'm gonna take your money, unless you ask me for a deal. You know, it's part of it. I'm sorry, my dad taught me. You know, I just take that money. But if you ask me for a discount, you know, I might give it to you. But then you pay your one-time initiation fee to get in, and then your monthly dues. And right now they're $425. So if you want to join, you might have joined in now, jump now, because the dues are going to go up this fall. But we've got over 60 boats here at our club, just north of 500 members in our club. So we've got a better than 10-to-1 ratio right now. We've had a lot of members leave because after COVID, kind of the you know, call it like the hangover, you know, the boat hangover, the RV hangover. It's business, right? I mean, a lot of people were out on the water, getting outside. So
Sun will get to you, man.
You know, so now there's kind of a little bit of hangover, but we got plenty of space. We own everything here: our land, our docks, our marina. So it makes it available for you members. You can hear Anna and Larry talking in the background. They're working on the weekends there and do a damn good job. Couldn't do it without our help here. So our employees do a great job. So, but that's a little plug for Baywater. So if you want to come support, come check out our business, come on over and we'll get you taken care of. But Jake, what else is going on with you, buddy? You got a girlfriend coming down. So I mean, last time we talked, it's been a while since we've been on the show. Had some issues. We're switching over to Carny To Congress from the Baywater Boat Club Hour. So it's Carny To Congress, not for, two. It's a play on words. It's funny because it's family business carnivals. You guys know that if you know me. Originally in the family business, carnival business. My grandfather got it in the 50s. We had rides and games and food. We do fairs in Michigan and Mississippi, and we used to do NASCAR races all over the country. Was on a George Strait tour. I was on a Family Values tour. Just a lot of stuff on the road, a lot of fun. But we're you know, doing the boats and marina. We'll get into that later. But now this is the Carny To Congress podcast brought to you by Baywater. Sorry to interrupt you, buddy. What's going on with you? I mean, I figured I'd just throw it out there and see what's happening. You know,
me and the girlfriend been in I guess the modern term would be a long distance relationship for almost 3 years, and she'll be moving down August 1st. So towards the end of July, she'll have everything pretty much ready to go. She's sending most of her stuff via some kind of pod company. It's not pods.
Damn, Bill, putting off a wake there. Sorry.
He wanted some attention is all.
He did, yeah.
But yeah, so the girlfriend, she's going to move down August 1st and 2nd. She'll be driving with a little bit of stuff. She's got pretty much everything is going to be packed up and put into one of these pod companies.
Oh, yeah.
Very expensive. Honestly, I had to ask her, you know, X amount of money. Do you even have X amount of value we're putting inside that? Because if not, let's just buy everything that you would need, or that, you know, sell what you got.
This is a millennial.
Well, that's just the way I think.
Yeah.
You know, instead of spending $3-4 to get it down here,
I would hope she has more than $3 to $4 in stuff.
That's what I was just asking. You know, like, are we putting more than $3,000 to $4,000 worth of stuff in it? Because if not, then we should just ball out, you know, get some new stuff. Because it's like,
just set it on fire, leave it up there, but it's
you know, she's she sold a few things on Facebook Marketplace, like a couple tables, weird random stuff that is just gonna kind of take up space and clutter anyway. But you know, with the value of the things that she has, she more than less has quite a bit more than the value or what it's gonna cost to get it down here. But she's gonna do that in May.
Okay.
So all that stuff's going to come down, and then she's going to come down towards the end of May, beginning of June, like the first weekend of June, and help me unpack all her stuff, get all her stuff. So she'll pretty much be moved in before she even gets here. And you might ask, well, why doesn't she just go ahead and move in? She's been working up there at a hospital I won't say the name of, Riverside Medical Center in Columbus, Ohio. And she's been working there for a while. So she's accumulated tons and tons of PTO, and she can only cash out every 6 months. So what we've been doing is cashing out, or what she's been doing, ain't my money. She can do whatever she wants with it. She's going to cash out. And so she's basically got to, she's got to stay till July so that she can get the last like 200 hours of PTO she never took, and all the time.
You know, I mean, July in Ohio's nice. You know.
Oh yeah, she'd be fine. She's gonna stay with her grandpa, and her grandpa's he's a veteran. He's a great dude. I actually gave him that Trump coin I had for a long time. I gave that to him, and that was kind of like good graces. He's like, I think
the Trump pens.
I still got those.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 of them.
Nice.
But the sad thing is, when I was moving, I didn't have any Sharpies. So I was like,
well, there you go.
let me use it. And so I did. Unfortunately, he used a very memorabilia-esque Sharpie.
Of Trump.
Of Trump, yeah. And it's made by this same guy, supposedly, who makes his. But, we never could confirm that.
Never or deny, So he's probably watching. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Thanks, sir.
But yeah, that's cool. It's nice, man. I'm happy for you coming down. It's
also moved into a bigger home. That's the big thing.
Cat's doing good.
Dude,
how's she? You know what? How's she doing moving in a new place?
At first, she was terrified. The garage was not something she was used to, and I kind of forgot. But when I got her during COVID, she was left in a garage. So I think she had like a little bit of PTSD.
Off my boxers there a little bit. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I don't think they can see all that. I hope.
Good.
But she had a little bit of post-traumatic stress disorder, clearly from the sound of the garage. But once you get past that, it was fine. That bag of food I brought here last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's damn near ate that whole bag of food, and she's never eaten like that. And she's been pooping like crazy, man. I'm in there like the slave. She's probably like, I gotta supply the house because he takes it every day, so it must be important that he gets my. But no, she's doing great, man. She kind of scared me a little bit yesterday. I was doing laundry. Awesome.
Yep. Friends. So it happens at Baywater. People just honk when they go to just put your hand up and wave. So yeah, all the time.
I feel special.
I'm walking down the street, from the rental side over, and you just honk, just put your hand up, like, hey, what's up, Baywater, Botana.
Oh man.
Omar.
So I was doing laundry in the garage, and I left the door cracked. She came out there running, and she started meowing like crazy. And she's a very quiet cat. Like, you can't even hear her purr. You got to get like real close to confirm it that she's accepting your love. And she started rolling around and like meowing like crazy. And I thought she would like had a flea on her, or there was like a bug. So I went over there and pet her, and she like just looked at me like, "What are you touching me for?" And it was just, she was happy. She was just having fun over there rolling around. And anybody who has an inside cat, if you have like a porch or somewhere you let them out at, it's the first thing they do. Yeah. They just start rolling around.
She a big fan of catnip and all that? Like, I see those videos of the catnip where the cats are just like...
She absolutely loves it. I don't give her like raw catnip. I give her like all her toys have catnip in them. And she's got a bunch of little mice, and she'll just... She like the demon cat thing, where they go like, or do they do like the weird noise and they run around acting crazy? Zoomies, I don't know. She does that pretty much every time she discovers a toy that's been lost.
Nice.
So, and there's been a lot of her discovering stuff with the move. So.
Yeah. It's like when I go back to Tallahassee, right? And I have a condo up there. It's like, oh, there's my favorite shirt. I've been looking for that damn shirt. Oh, there's my favorite boxers. Those were good. They're broken in. Girlfriend's like, man, they got holes. They gotta go. I'm like, come on, man. Those are comfy.
I just did an overhaul of all my undergarments as well.
Yeah, you're like, damn.
Got rid of a bunch, and I'm
you're like, damn, there's that. And then I gotta go to Bell's. You buy like 4 boxes.
It's Amazon or Ross or.
I did Amazon, but then it's not the same quality. I don't know. I just maybe just did because I bought Hanes, and it's like, this is different. Like a littler band, it's like, I want,
a little scratchy.
Yeah, it's not.
I kind of experienced the same thing.
It's like, damn, it's not the right ones. That one, I go over there, I open 1 pack of socks. I'm a big fee. I got 14s, right? So I buy these socks, and it's just like, just covers the back of the heel. It ain't gonna work. I take these back. Sorry. I got these like gold toe ones. Like, yeah, these are nice. Gold
You
toe
probably gotta
socks.
get you them insoles too for your shoes.
No.
Dr. Scholl's or
No,
whatever they're
come
called.
on, man. I just buy decent shoes. It's like Julie, our my right and left hand here helps out at the marina. She's a great girl. I tell you, it's kind of funny. People know Julie that worked for me. She goes by Jules at Baywater. I mean at Rotary because she goes to Rotary. And as funny as this was probably 10 years ago. Probably longer. Yeah, probably probably 8 years ago. I was I was out with one of my club members because when you join a boat club, we kind of become friends, family, and stuff. Good people. And I was out with one of my members. He lives on my street. His name's Bill. And we went over to the Bay House in Naples. Good little place. It's a Coke. It's not beer yet. That's for next time. It's a mini. He's watching his weight. It's good.
I shouldn't be drinking it.
Yeah, well, every once in a while.
It's all right.
So we go down to Bay House, and members talking with this guy who turns out to be Krusty, and they're talking about Silver Oak wine. I'm not a wine guy, and I'm really not a wine guy. Like,
I use it
just
to
give
cook.
me,
That's about it.
yeah, I mean, I drink it, I know people are like, oh, you gotta get used to it, but like I get hot, and I'm like,
Gives me a headache.
and I'm waking up, like,
Like
well,
every
you have the
time.
tannics, so whatever. But it's Silver Oak. It's a good bottle of wine. It tasted good. So they're talking, and this like blonde comes over, a little blonde, this red dress. She's like, "Hey, what do you do?" I go, "I wash boats. I'm the head boat washer." She goes, "I want to wash boats." I was like, "All right, we'll show up with a resume. 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, right here." She goes, "Yeah, I took a gap year from school. I'm going to Ohio State." Ohio State. Ugh.
Worthless nuts.
Ugh. But anyways, she showed up 9 a.m. Man, I was like, "Dad, we're gonna put this girl to work." So she ran our, put her over at the rental office. She was just, we did a receptionist. She did great. 3 months, she's running her whole I broke up a fight between Omar and like a plumber because there were some GC problems and the GC didn't charge us right. The plumber showed up, and then one way to get my dad's attention, tell him you owe him money. That pissed him off when he thought he paid you. But so just kind of hung out. We knew each other. She went back to Ohio State, and then I got elected, state representative for District 80, from North Naples all the way to Boca Grande, Estero, Sanibel, all that. And she's like, "You're elected?" I'm like, "I know. I needed a hobby." Got involved. I had a kid that was working for me, was good, that worked in the legislature. Legislature, as a state representative, you get 2 employees, okay? You're pretty much like their supervisor. So I've got a district secretary, James Mullen, great guy, does a great job. Another Rotarian goes to the Bonita Springs Noon Rotary Club, Bonita Naples Rotary Club. And then I have a legislative affairs director, so like in LA. And so she would be with me in Tallahassee. I said, "Hey," she didn't get into the law school she wanted. I was like, "Well, you got an opportunity to come down here and work for me in the legislature. You're making more money than I do in the legislature because the legislature you only make $28,000 a year. So it's not much."
It pays your expenses. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Girlfriend up there says doesn't even pay for her wardrobe, but so that's
it's fair.
dressed. She looks great. Let's give you that. She loves look great. But that's not much. They make a lot. The staff makes much more, which is fine. That's what it is, right? So she's like supposed to come down and just do this for a year. Ended up doing that for 3 years in the legislature, and then with that, like I said, I had to take a hobby for the business, because I take a step back from the marina, because my dad was here, my brother was here, and we were going to family counseling. They're like, you gotta do a hobby. So brother's not here anymore. Bought my family out, my parents out, mom and dad, and now I'm here. And then she's like, "Well, politics is whatever." I was like, "Well, I need somebody here," and she was really close with my dad too, and it just worked out. So she's my eyes and ears here. So she's my right left hand. So she's on it all the time. I don't know why I went all the way down that path to kind of explain Julie, but I mean she's just a worker, man. She does good stuff. I can't remember why. Who knows? But she's here all the time. So
she's not here today. She's off. I believe.
she's off, but she'll be out with Nugget, cruising around. I think she took Nugget to the dog beach yesterday. So it's like the community dog. She'll stay with Larry.
Community dog. I love
It's a
it.
community dog. Takes a village to raise a dog here. But you'll see Nugget, the salty Nugget. You'll see her running around. at the marina. She'll stay with Larry. Larry over my shoulder right there. He's our dock master. She'll stay with my mom now. You know, she'll go over to Grandma's house. She's a big fan of Grandpa.
Get a Larry cam over there.
I don't like the, yeah.
No audio.
No audio, just a camera. Yes, that is a good idea. It's a good idea. So that's
We're already gonna get flagged for those guys driving on the boat with the music playing.
Just like whoa, that's perfect. So how's this show's gonna be out on what, YouTube, and what are we gonna do? We got to set up a YouTube channel now.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build you a custom experience. So when you go to Carny To Congress, you'll be able to scroll down, you'll be able to view the videos. They won't be embedded, they will be hosted through the website. So you'll be able to see them on the website, and then we're gonna upload the entirety of the show as well to YouTube. We'll do some short content, not a whole lot, I think, because I really don't want to contribute to the loss of brain cells and with short-term, short formed content. But we will have probably like 3 to 5 shorts a week. We'll probably post them daily on Instagram, YouTube, and stuff like that. But the website itself, I'm trying to create like a timeline kind of experience. Like I'll have, like I said, all the actual websites hosted on there, and then of course there'll be links because it's sponsored by Baywater Boat Club. So we will have some of the logos from Baywater and all the other different sponsors. If we get more sponsors, who knows? It's the main goal here is to just kind of give you guys an insight on mainly Adam's life, but sidekick
Jake,
as well.
Jake, yeah,
I'm here.
We both got some good, interesting stories.
Because we have, I got to give to you, come a long way. You were a boat washer, the certified boat washer, to then representing, I don't know, how many people? That's a lot.
180,000
180,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that you've done a very swell job at it. You've...
Would you say you manifested it?
You did. You most definitely did. You just came in there that day, and we both... That's why we talk about it so much, because it's kind of surreal looking back on us sitting in that studio.
Yeah, because we already had... because it was like I was just starting. I was like, well, this will be good. Put this show out there. This will be good for the run, because it was like 6 months before that.
Yeah, it's hard to describe the odds of it all kind of happening like that, because one, paid programming is somewhat rare at the station.
Mm-hmm.
Like time slots are very pretty much solidified for years. Some of the shows that we've had locally running on there have been running for 10, 15 years. Mm-hmm. So you got that opportunity, and you nailed it, man.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a lot of groundwork too. You went around and knocked on, I don't know.
Oh, that was funny. Like, so I'm 41 now. Gonna be 42 here pretty soon. And lost my dad a couple months ago, but we'll talk about it at a different time. So I'm trying to get healthier, right? And so I was looking at my phone, and you have like these new apps that you can like take pictures of stuff, which is pretty cool. Like I looked at a bowl of, blueberries this morning with some yogurt, a little bit of honey and granola. I snapped a picture of it, and this app just kind of, okay, logged. I was like, oh damn, that's pretty sweet. My coffee, a little bit of cream, iced coffee, a little bit of cream, boom. It's like I only have 1,600 calories for the rest of the day. So we'll see how that goes.
I ate that on the way here.
I want to see, I want to see how, like, I don't eat that much, but let me see, what I actually do eat. And like, oh, okay, that's why I'm not losing. But I'm trying to like lose the weight and stuff. But it like locks into your steps and all that. And like I'm starting to do a lot of this walking and stuff. So I went back to like 2020. I was like, man, I didn't do that many steps. I'd look at, so like the average day walk, of last year for me was 6,000 steps. And that's the average. And then I rolled back to like 20, and it was like 7,000. So I rolled back to 19, it was 13,000 steps.
Wow.
A day from all the door knocking I did. And like I looked at the months, January, February, March, April, like it was just stacked. Like I was out there. So, and everybody's like, oh, you had that scooter, because, Scootergate.
Scootergate. Can't forget about Scootergate.
Scootergate. So, when we talked about like running, and Jake was there at the beginning, because I think what was our first show? Was it 19? or it had to be a little bit earlier than that, maybe
It was
18?
18.
18, because that was like when we started. So 19, I was out there politicking to run in 20 because it was an open seat. And like so we went out in January, started knocking on doors. I did I'll start with 3 days a week. My dad's like, you got to do this, you got to do it, get it done. Do 5. And I went to 7. I was out every day. So the first January, February, March, and I got to 5,000 doors in April, because that's when COVID came. So that was March. So Easter, we didn't know what we were doing. Everybody didn't know what we were doing. We closed our business down. It was that April. We closed our business down. We called the guys and say, hey guys, we don't know what we're gonna expect. We gotta lay off. We just don't know. We told our employees to go home, and we just didn't know. And I could knock on doors because we didn't know what was going on, and they were like, okay. And that lasted for a week. I remember driving down, and it was Easter, because Easter was really early. I remember driving to my parents' house on Easter, and I wouldn't even go in and see my parents because you were worried, right? So my mom and dad were together in the house, and my mom would put food in a garage in a box. I wave at her through the window because you didn't, you didn't know, and because everybody was freaked out. I remember driving; it was like a ghost town. It was really eerie, because it was like driving on New Year's Day when nobody's on the road, right? I remember driving. It was noon. I was heading to my parents' house, and there was just nobody out. It was so weird. And then a week later, we're like, all right, well, wait a second. And thank God for our governor. He's like, okay, wait a second, what are we doing here? You're outside. So we said, okay, you know what? We're gonna open back up. We've got a business here that members are paying. Let's open up and start taking care of it. So we came in here and we just started maintaining a bunch of stuff that needed to be maintained. We cleaned stuff out. We called all our employees back, come on guys, come back to work. Everybody's like, yeah, absolutely, because they didn't know what they were doing.
It was rough.
It was rough. It was scary. It was really scary, because you didn't know. I remember being in January of 19. I was in Michigan at the fair convention up there in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Amway Grand, great hotel. And I remember we were watching basketball, because that was basketball, and we're just watching TV, and they're like, hey, you hear about that in China? Some weird flu? They're welding people into a house. Isn't that crazy? I remember talking about it, oh, that's wild, man. No, that's great. Well, hopefully that shit don't come over here. We went out to Vegas. My mom, my dad, and a family trip. We went out to Vegas, and there was tons of people, but it was crazy. And then just boom, but we opened up, so we were closed, back up to April. We were open and all right. So then we started letting the members come, and because you could go out in boats. So we opened up and we spread everything. We had these misters that would just sterilize everything, but we opened back up, and we had our employees here, and then so it was around my birthday, and so that was the end of April. My dad's like, we're gonna get you a scooter, one of those birds, scooter gate, right? So then I was like, all right. So I was knocking on 120 doors a day. That's walking, that's talking. You get pissed off people. You get a lot of good people too, though. It was great. But I remember there would be Democrats that would, I guess, be registered Republican, and it's kind of crazy because some of these people get so mad at you, Jake, for knocking on their door. Get off of my lawn. I'm like, okay, appreciate you, but I had people chase me down the street, you don't need to be here. You and Trump suck. You and the Cheeto. I'm like, it's just
Orange man bad.
I'm like, golly. People get so mad, but there was a lot of good people too, right? But when I had that scooter, I could get to 200 doors in a day, because then you're because you're not hitting every single door. You're hitting super Republicans, and what that is, they're called 4x4s and 2x4s. So those are people that have voted in the last 4 primaries and in the last 4 general elections. So the primary election and the general. In our district, our great district, District 80 here, You know, we're plus 30 Republican percent, so plus 30. So it's a heavy Republican district. Southwest Florida, go figure. A lot of Midwesterners come down here, but I'm hitting on doors that people I know that vote. So I hit 10,237 doors. So probably 5,000 people. 50% of the people were home, and I talked to 50% of the people. So you touch those people, and it's like grassroots. That's grassroots. Then you have Main Street, which is like businesses. That's like Rotary clubs. That's like Kiwanis. That's like the Chamber. And then you have the political stuff, which is lobby. That's Tallahassee. You just take their money and you vote against them. You know, that's what you do. That's just, you coming in for a check to my political action group is not going to buy my vote. Sorry, peace. But that's part of the thing. I mean, they do have some good experience. They do have some good insight, because you got both sides. I mean, you've got, like we talk about in our district all the time, is water quality. We're like 35 minutes we started. I checked at 1 o'clock.
No, you're good. I'm just making sure it's not hicking up or nothing like that.
No, it's working good. But like, let's take water quality in Southwest Florida. That's a huge thing. Something that I ran on. I mean, that was one of the things that...
It's huge at that time.
Yeah, I mean, it still is. I mean, it's a big... My business runs off water quality. Our whole Southwest Florida is all water quality. So you got two titans, right? Right now, you've got two titans. And back in the day, it was like one giant titan and a small guy. Now you got two titans. And we're talking like the Captains for Clean Water. It's a great organization. They do bring a lot of education out to people, And then you have like agricultural. So you got like farmers. I'm going to say it's a lot bigger than sugar. The thing is, like, I have a good relationship with everybody. Like, I talk to everybody. I can't put these two guys in a room because it's like, it's just like yin and yang. They just don't work. Not yin and yang. I say oil and water. Go figure. But it's just an honest conversation here. So you have to understand the water problems that we have in Southwest Florida. We have a huge problem. We've got 100 years of bad design, of bad, we're fixing our grandfather's problems. You've got septic tanks, you've got runoff, you've got all these things happening. Okay, then you got agriculture, you got farms, you got sugar, you've got citrus, you've got cattle. So there's a lot of stuff. You got BMAPs now. These are basic management action plans that these farmers have to follow. Then you have stuff over here like for Captains for Clean Water, where, I don't agree with everything they do, but I don't disagree with everything they do. And it's the same thing with the farmers and the ag, and I don't agree with everything they do, but I don't disagree with everything they do. So you got to have that balance, So they both have good points, they both have bad points. Sometimes you're kind of like, sometimes you're like, So it's an interesting thing, but we have to work at it here because water is a huge part. I've got a friend who lives on the East Coast, John Snyder. He's a representative from Martin County, so he's got St. Lucie. He's got St. Lucie estuary over there. So the Caloosahatchee takes 20 or 30 times more water because we can take the volume versus the St. Lucie River over there. So there's a lot of stuff that makes it a big difference there. But I mean, governor, legislature spent $8 billion, $8 billion on moving water south, of opening the EAA and start building construction on that. We got the C-43 over here. So there's a lot of good things. We've come a long ways, and we're going to still keep going that way. We're going to still keep pushing. We're going to still keep pushing. We're going to still work with captains. We're going to work with ag, because you have to work with them. You can't just shut anything down. You can't just go out and say, you're done. That doesn't work. But it's coming. It's coming. We're getting there. We're getting there. A long ways. What you looking at there, buddy?
No, it just still kind of like blows my mind that this thing is like so close to the bridge and like it's been here. It's just like a damn near historical building.
Oh, this place? This house? Huh. Yeah. So, like I'm sitting where my grandfather sat all the time when I grew up. I mean, this was his porch. So he bought this piece of property Like, hey, Baywater wouldn't be here without my grandfather buying this piece of property a long time ago. He bought this piece in, I think, the late 70s. I want to say before I was around. I was born in 84. So he bought this in the late 70s. He lived down in Naples. We moved down here to 57 to Bonita, well, to Naples. Then moved to Bonita like 58, 59. My mom went to school here, Red Schoolhouse with the Pipers and the Hogues down in Bonita. Lee County was the last desegregated county in the whole state of Florida, which is in the whole country pretty much, which is pretty wild. So they moved, they were living in Bonita, lived in Bonita for a while, moved down to Naples, built one of the first houses in Park Shore. So but people know Naples, that's one of the first houses in Park Shore he built. He had like sand, there was like sand dunes getting blown across his yard because he had like a bonsai, and my mom could talk about it another day, it's pretty wild. But then he wanted to live on the water, and Naples was too expensive. Like I said, he was in the carnival business, so he'd buy and sell property. Come home in the summertime, in the wintertime, buy property, sell it, buy this, move that around. And he bought this place, and it was a dump. My parents were like, what'd you buy? Like, it's a dump. There was no docks, there was nothing. So the house ended right at that door right there. So it was really small. This was like a one-bedroom efficiency on this side. That one had like a bedroom efficiency on that side. But my grandfather, on the weekend, like, brought his, so we had rides back in the day. So he had a Himalaya. So it brought like the ride trucks and park it in front and like built on over a weekend, like built the porch on this side. So like made like a living room in this porch that I'm sitting in right here. That side, he put a bedroom on that side and just built it out. Made it through, you know, Ian. I mean, I think the water would be at this camera level height from Hurricane Ian. So Hurricane Donna, there was 3 foot of water in here that came in. That was before we owned it. That was in the late 50s or like 60. So then Hurricane Ian, we had 6 foot of water here in our marina. So all these boats that you see behind us were parked on the dock. We had 50 boats here, and we had 25 at the dog track. If you know Bonita, the dog track is of that, you know, maybe like 2-3 miles inland, high ground. All 50 boats ended up back up in the water, like all over the bay. We had them in mangroves. We've talked about the other shows. The floating dock, like that piling behind me is twisted because that floating dock let loose, and we lost about 15 of the boats. But we were open here in a month. We were open in a month. Like, we had our crew out here. I mean, our crew's good people, man. They do a damn good job keeping us going. Members out here, it was funny because this happened during COVID. Our members love our crew, love us here, so they keep bringing food. I had to do this during COVID and during Ian because everybody keeps bringing pizzas because they want to buy lunch. So all our staff's like got cold sores from, not from other stuff, but just like, you know, too much tomato sauce. Yeah, like I got blisters. So during Ian, we're like, can you guys bring something besides pizza? You know, they love Papa John's and Jets and Domino's and Nino's and all that, but can we do something else? So then we got, we have our old employees, Juana, she's great. She called Chicken Man. Randy Jacobson would always bring KFC, which is expensive too, but he'd bring like 3 or 4 buckets of chicken. Yeah. You know, but yeah, Chicken Man. So members would do that. So I mean, that's the kind of stuff that, I mean, I think we raised like $15,000 or $20,000 for our staff during Ian. Members just cut checks to take care of our employees and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, there was no exception. Everybody lost something.
Yeah, you know, from Ian, from COVID, and it was first it was water quality, then it was COVID for our area, and then it was Hurricane Ian. I'm like, damn.
And then Helene and Milton.
Yeah, Helene and Milton, but they weren't as bad.
Nowhere near.
But I'm like, damn. You know, we're like over it. We're good, folks. We're good for a while, you know. But I mean, Southwest Florida, great place to live. I mean, we've had 3s, maybe 3.5s with Helene and Milton, but we're done.
Yeah, I think we're good for a while. We're actually gonna have a couple pretty calm years, it seems like.
Yeah, we need it because I can't take it no more. Man, I can't. You know, I just can't. I can't do it no more.
I think we're good for a while.
I think we're good for a while.
El Nino, Nino, or whatever.
Give me Abuelo. All right, no El Nino, La Nina. I want Abuelo. I want quiet. I want to just sit on the porch for 10 years and not worry about anything.
Yeah,
you
let
know?
me retire before water gets in my house again. 'Cause
Yeah. Your new place. I don't think you ain't gonna get there. You wouldn't.
Nah, dude, you don't think I checked that like crazy? I checked the maps. I went to the neighbors. I did everything everyone should do.
Yeah.
I feel like now. I mean, it's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Jake was on top of his kitchen counter with Bella.
I sure was.
You know, seeing what was gonna go on there. I mean, that's crazy, man. That was the come to Jesus talk right there. Like, all right, let's be calm. All right, let's speed. All right, the water's coming up. Let it go down.
Yeah, it was one of those,
How many hours was it up?
So the water started getting in the house around noon, or so. It's hard for me to gauge the time because one, I was trapped in the house the whole time, and I kept, moving stuff around. I think the water started coming around probably like anywhere from between noon and 3. I know that the house was full of water by the time it was dark, and then stayed in the house pretty much all through the night, up until about 3 o'clock in the morning. And you just heard and it was like a toilet flushing. It just kind of all went out about as faster than it came in.
So it came in at noon?
Ish. That's when water started to come in.
So
it gradually
it peaked like at like 5 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah, because like noon was when my first sign to leave, because God was telling me to leave 1,000 times, and I was too ignorant. I went outside in the front. You remember I had that Acura that I had just got that was paid for. One of the tree branches fell and caved in the trunk of it. That was my sign to go.
Yeah.
Take a couple pictures of the car.
And just head inland.
And get inland. And, well, we obviously didn't leave. And
you could have drove to LaBelle or something.
Because I remember the pictures I had of the car, because I took a picture of it for insurance, obviously. I didn't go all the way out to it. But in the back, you can see all the water coming. In the very back of the picture, you can see the water coming. And like looking back on it, I just thought I knew everything. Thought I was smarter than everybody else. And I was like, I ain't gonna be no water. They've been screaming storm surge since I was a kid, blah, blah, blah.
I remember even saying, well, hopefully it's like Wolf, They've done this several times. And it just,
Yeah, it was sad, man. It is just, more than anything, it's my baby pictures and my damn car. Because I've been through 4 cars since Ian. I got the Jeep right after, which was a money pit, and it was the dumbest thing I ever got. I'm still paying for that. Then I got a Malibu, blew that up. Then I bought a Camry, gave it to my brother, and bought the Pilot that I'm in now. So it's pretty much where I'm at. The Pilot's decent, but it definitely ain't like that Acura. I smoked an AMG in it one time. It was pretty entertaining.
Really?
Yeah, we were at a stoplight. You never been at a stoplight? I mean, I'm sure you got a couple speeding tickets in your Mustang when you were younger. But you're at a stoplight, and you just get that like itching feeling. He's looking at me. And guys, I'm turning on my my motion sensor. It keeps turning off. And dude, I threw that thing into sport, never looked at him, but I knew it was coming. And it was dark. It was late, probably like midnight. And it was just me and him. And for those of you who know, in North Fort Myers, I think it's Bayshore turns into something. It's over there by Walmart. You know where the Walmart is, and you're driving.
Yep.
If you were going to drive towards Bayshore, we're right there at that light, and there's a little hump. So I knew to one, I didn't want to slap shift it. I was just going to let sports mode do it so that I could kind of dip out in like
This is
second.
Malibu?
No, this was that Acura.
Accurate.
And yeah, I wouldn't say I smoked the AMG, but I beat him. And then he turned around and left like he was just looking for somebody to race. But yeah,
Driving
man, that thing was
grandpa's car or
fast.
something.
Oh, probably, most definitely. But yeah, that car was pretty quick.
Yeah.
It was pretty
Jesus.
quick. Pretty quick little car.
Yeah, that's cool. It was fun. Yeah, I spent a night in the hotel. It was a good time. And that Mustang. It was a lot of fun. That's a fun car. It would chirp in third gear. I mean, thing was just solid. I mean, second gear. I mean, that was the best for second gear because you get on it and the back end it kind of
Just skirt out a little bit.
and you just stay on it. You just stay on it. Just chase it a little bit and just go. and it loved. I mean, I remember do that, and they always have like a girlfriend in the car or something. They loved it. Love that. That just little, it would just kick to the side. Just keep your foot on that gas. Just catch it. And it wouldn't even squeal. It just would just shred tires. Shred tires. It was a fun car. I'll get another one day because that was fun. I got a cool car now. It's a Cruiser, '66 GTO.
I seen it.
It's a sweet car, man. I've been looking for one for 2-3 years. I mean, I was down here.
Where are you keeping it?
It's in Tallahassee. It's in the Capitol building right now. So we got Sergeant Arms. It's under lock and key, bro. Ain't nobody getting in there.
Because I know you don't got a garage, I don't think.
No. So I mean, that's insurance. They won't even insure it because I give my address down here. They're like, nope, ain't no garage there. We can't insure it. I'm like, huh? Oh no, it's staying here. Like I had to take a physical picture. This is my location. I got a clicker to get in there. For California and Florida, they will not insure you unless the car's in a garage.
It's funny you say that because they're giving me a hard time about changing my address right now. Mm-hmm. They want to see where it's at.
Yeah, because they want to see and make sure you got a garage.
And I do. I mean, I'm not going to be parking it in there, but...
Let's take a picture of the garage.
Yeah.
Well, you ain't going to say that. You are going to be parking in there. Because,
Maybe. Sometimes when I take the groceries out, The girlfriend will be parking in the garage. She got a brand new car. I ain't doing that.
So my buddy down the street, Ron, good guy, lives over there by Doc's Beach House. Doc's Beach House, great place. And he has a '66 GTO, but it's resto mod. So it's got like new motor, AC, brakes, steering, all the stuff. And I took that thing out, and that was a nice car. It was a Sunday morning. We were just hauling it. And I mean, you just slap that thing. It was cool. It had the 6-inch tire, So I found this one. I took my dad to Meckham, Kissimmee, a year ago. And then we went up there and looked, and I was like, I'm not buying off I'm not sure about that, how, the cars and all that. And I was like, found this one in Seattle. And it's blue, white, and, white convertible. It's completely redone. Nice car. Sounds like a boat. It's like, boh, 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 boh. It's cool. So had it shipped over, took it out, and it was bad. It was fun. It was a fun time. It's funny. My dad's funny as hell, right? So, my mom told me the story, and she didn't tell me this was a couple days ago. It's funny. He goes, my dad always says, you need to get married, I was like, oh, okay, well, we'll get there. And he comes over to my mom. He goes, I think Adam's gonna buy a ring. Mom's like, really? She goes, yeah, he's gonna buy a ring. I got a feeling. So mom's like, okay, let's see, And I bought that car without telling, my dad or whatever, and I just got it, and I, sent him a picture, and we went for a cruise in it, and put the girl in the car, and he goes, guess he ain't buying her a ring, he bought a car instead. It's the Omar thing right there, that's just some funny,
old school,
funny stuff there. He goes, well, I guess he didn't do that, he got a car. So, good one, Dad. That was a good one. That's a good story. That's good Omar. There's other Omar stories we'll talk about later, but don't want to do that right now. So, but it's good stuff. So that's funny. My mom told me that a couple days ago. It's funny shit.
That's
But yeah. So man, it's a fun car. It's great, but it's just a Cruiser, man. It's big. It's huge. Pontiac. It's big. But you can punch through a couple gears. It'll light them up, but it's just a nice.
It's a smooth boat ride, man.
Yeah, it's just.
It's what it's for. It's a land yacht.
Took it down. We took it down. Went down Apalachicola, right on the coast there. I mean, it's like California kind of because the road is like right up against the water, and it's just it's on the north end of the Gulf of America. It's sweet ride. And everyone's like, yeah, that's totally kind of your kind of car. Totally, that fits you just right, like old school.
I wasn't surprised. I remember seeing the first short, and I was like, what is that? And then I seen the GTO logo, and I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. It's one of the best cars.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm not, what was it? I think that's the same year that they used in the Fast and the Furious, right? The GTO that he had in the first one?
Was it the first one? Maybe, I don't know. No,
I can't remember if it was the first or the second one.
I'm thinking Gone in 60 Seconds. That was a Mustang.
Yeah, that was,
that was Eleanor.
Yeah. That was a Shelby.
GT 500.
What year was that? The 60...
68.
Yeah, because the 66 and a half was the first year.
Yeah, 68 or 69. So I had a GT500, my car that I went to the hotel in. But yeah, that was a GT500. I don't know what his car. I can't remember. There were so many Fast and Furious movies. I think the first one was probably the best.
I'm pretty sure it was a GTO. I know it was GTO. I just don't know what year it was.
That thing had the big old. I mean, he had the huge. Was that the? There's a certain word they use for that.
The Holly.
Yeah,
the
but
carburetor.
they had a certain. My buddy, Snake Eyes or something where it has.
Oh
that
man, we're gonna get fried for this one.
But I know what it was talking. But it's like that thing that's like yeah, where everything's just air intake on top of the motor there. It was pretty wild. So.
I'm pretty sure they're made by Holly. I just can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, Holly carburetor. So, but yeah, that was cool. Yeah, and that sounds like I couldn't get this thing started one time, and it's just like the 66, and I don't know why my glasses are turning on. But I couldn't get it started, and the old guy's like, I was thinking about putting fuel injection. He goes, no, you gotta keep it original. And he's like tapping on it with a stick and like hearing, and he got that thing started, and like it starts up now. Just give a little bit of gas, and I mean, it's
Carburetors are tricky, man. But also, if it breaks down the side of the road, you probably prefer a carburetor over a fuel injection.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but we're talking about a car that's damn near 75 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
yeah, we're getting up there, but it's a fun car. It's a good time. But I have fun up there. I mean, it's something to do when I'm up there in Tallahassee. You know, sometimes you got a little bit of time to just punch through a couple gears, and that baby comes up. People are like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I mean,
the goat.
If I was to get something old, I'd probably get like a Chevelle or something.
There you go.
Something super generic.
Yeah.
Or an old Camaro.
The IROC Z.
Something like that. Maybe even an old Vet.
I could see you like an IROC Z silver. My dad says like, oh yeah, the rednecks used to drive those all the time.
Honestly, the Firebird, the Pontiac Firebird, my grandma had one growing up.
Yeah.
And I just remember seeing that bird on the hood, man. It was like cool. She had T-tops. It was the newer one. It wasn't the older one. And she used to always tell me she was going to give me that car. And she gave me that car, but, I can't remember who wrecked it, but somebody wrecked it. I think they like ripped the e-brake and lost control over it. The brakes went out. They ripped the e-brake, and I think they flipped it. I mean, they were good. It was I think it was my cousin John, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I mean, I kind of grew up around fast cars. I remember my uncle had an S10 that he completely, like he could stand it up. It was the only car I've ever been in that will.
S10 truck.
It come up off the ground at the stoplight.
Wow.
I mean, it wasn't a lot. It's not like, like a Demon. You can go buy a $60,000 Demon, $70,000 Demon. That thing will stand up if you got the right tune in it.
You're talking about the Challenger?
Charger.
Charger.
Or,
Hellcat? Is what you're talking about?
yeah.
Hellcat?
Well, because they have the Hellcat, then they have the Demon.
Really?
The Demon is like, the
Step
red eye.
up.
Mm-hmm. And those are tuned. They'll stand up, but they're tuned for racetracks.
Jesus.
You put some grippy tires on the back, that thing will stand up at a stoplight. And it was same thing with that S10. I don't know what he had in it. It was probably an LS swap, something probably stupid crazy.
LS3.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the easiest. That's what everybody does. You go to the junkyard, they're everywhere.
Yeah, well, that's what was in that restaurant mod. It was a LS3 motor in that
Yeah.
thing, and I mean, that's a lot. I mean, it'd go.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked about LS motors for forever, because it's like I got into an argument with one dude one time, and he's like, I swear to you, the 5.0 Mustang's bulletproof. And I'm like, dude, no one's ever done a 5.0 conversion. How many LS swaps has someone done? Like, everyone strives to put an LS in something that doesn't need it, or a Cummins, It's like, those are the two swaps that people do. You've never heard someone say, I'm going to put a 5.0 in it. You're dumb. I'm sorry, dude. You're way to know. You're going to do an LS swap like every other American.
Chevy, yeah. That's true. That's true. I hear you there.
But I'm a Mopar guy, personally. I really like Dodge, preferably the Hemis prior to 2010. Cam that thing out, and it sounds like a real Demon. The new ones,
Blah, blah. Yeah.
oh, it's so cool, man.
Sounds like a pig.
That and ironically, as a kid, like my dream car, like the realistic dream car, where it's the 2006. It's either 2006 or 2008 Pontiac GTO. It was the last year they made the GTO before they got bought out.
We had a kid that worked here, one of our managers. He had the Holden, which is it's a GTO, but it was this like they had it in Australia.
Yeah, I know, it's got the truck.
Well, they
It's
had
like
the
the truck
truck
bed.
No, that one, his was a 4-door. It was a sedan.
But it has the front of the GTO, but
Yeah.
it's like a hatchback.
Yeah, that one was.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know
But
what you're talking
his was a regular. It was a regular 4-door. It wasn't the truck, but it was that big GTO. I
about.
mean,
Things are rare.
oh yeah, no, he had that thing, and he had that baby tuned, and it would go, and it was loud as shit. It was.
Someone's got a blue 08, or I think it is an 08 GTO around here. I see it, and man, that thing is it sounds.
Everybody's like,
so
is that a
good.
G6? It's like, it's not a G6.
That's disrespectful. But it does kind of look like
like
a
a G6, yeah, Pontiac G6.
but way cooler.
I mean, and I remember we were at somewhere, we were going somewhere. This guy had like a new Lexus Sport or whatever, and he thought he was hot shit. And Steven was behind him and just like took off, and he just went around him and just passed him. Ruined that guy's day. Just ruined his day. He's probably pissed off. He's still talking. I got smoked by this Pontiac one time.
I had this Camry pull up to me the other day. It was a newer Camry. I don't know if you've seen them sport Camrys, but they sound beautiful.
Really?
Like they got a nice little gurgle to them. It's sporty though, I mean, it's an import kind of sounding car, a little burner, but it had a nice sound to it. I was like, man, I might think about getting me one of them here in a year or two.
Mom got a new car. She got a Mercedes AMG, little G-Wagon. That thing's
The wheels are like,
no, they're small.
No?
A G-Wagon's like a woman's car, I think.
oh yeah, the G-Wagon. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
it's like
the truck, like the box square one. Yeah,
it's
I
a
got
woman's car. But that thing's an AMG. And that thing I put on Sport Plus, that bitch has got some throat to it, and it goes. It's a boom, boom. I'm like, got some pops and cracks, and we let off. It's like pop, 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 pop.
Really, backfires.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, ooh, that's cool. That's cool. It's not bad. It's a fun little car. I go, come on,
She
Mom.
getting groceries backfiring. That's pretty interesting.
The eggs will be cracked by the time she gets home.
Oh man.
So, but no, it's cool. She likes it. It's fun. So we took it. We went up to Blossom and Brie with some friends with her last week. It was good. It was fun. It was a good time. A lot of fun. So
I've never been to Blossom and Brie, but I've
you
heard
gotta take your girl.
It's really
take
nice.
your girl. It's like a venue location, but I mean it was food. I mean they had an Allen Brothers. Anybody knows steaks? Allen Brothers filet. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. There's only 2 places for steak here, I think. And that Blossom Brie was really good, like a really good steak. And I go to Ruth Chris here in
Never fails.
Bonita Springs. I mean, that's
Never fails.
That's a good joint, good place. Peter does a damn good job over there. If you know Ruth Chris over in Bonita, you know Peter. He's always running around that place. Does a great job. So, but yeah. So
It's been a while since I've had a good steak.
now we gotta go, man. If we get this one live, we'll go to Ruth Chris to celebrate. All right.
Beautiful.
Get this out there. So
I mean, one day we might just have to do the thing live.
just do a ding. We should. Why not?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. 'Cause,
Facebook Live it. Just whatever.
I mean, I could do both. I could record and run it live, so we could just pop it on YouTube after
Yeah.
the fact and
Yeah.
get us like a little screen here so people can make fun of us.
Yeah.
Let them participate a little bit.
But yeah, we're getting up there in an hour, roughly. Oh, we got a few minutes. Get there.
I haven't even looked. My phone's over there,
It's all right.
and I
It's
don't have
good.
my watch because it's a distraction.
Distraction. Right? Smart. So.
No, it's also the weekend. Nobody should be calling me. They still do.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our first second podcast, and now this one actually,
Season 2, Episode 1.
point 2. So, yeah,
Season 1 was Baywater Boat Club Hour. Season 2 is now Carny To
To
Congress,
Congress.
sponsored by Baywater Boat Club.
Baywater Exclusive Boat Club. It's a family-owned and operated boat club. So if you wanna enjoy a boat and you don't want to deal with the hassle of owning, come join the club. We're family-owned and operated. We own everything: our land, our docks, our marina. We've got over 60 boats in our fleet here waiting on you, ready to go out anytime you want. You can take them out, have fun. He's gonna give you a little pan here of our area to see what's going on. Got to see what we're talking about. This is Baywater. You got some kayaks there, some canoes, a couple different things. I'm glad they flipped it over because that one looked a little rough. But yeah, so it's come on down, see us, get you taken care of. Baywater Exclusive Boat Club. We're 2 miles west of 41 on Bonita Beach Road. You can reach us at 239-248-9666. Oh, it's been so long since I've done this. It's 239.
That's your cell phone number.
495
0455.
That's 239 495 0455. Baywater, the exclusive club of Southwest Florida.